Anxi, Fujian, and today I am going to bring you on a very special tour of my house in China. Okay, many of you may not know, but I was actually born in a very tiny village in China. Shortly after my parents gave birth to me, they moved to Singapore for work. Because back then, you know, China wasn't doing very well economically, and my village was just, you know, very poor. So I basically grew up in the kampong with my grandparents, you know, climbing trees, chasing chicken in a wild, basically living my best kampong kid's life. When I was 6 or 7 years old, my parents fetched me over to Singapore for education purpose, and we eventually become a PR and then now Singaporeans. I still come back to China every year because to visit my grandparents, because I'm super duper close to them. This time I'm back for something extremely special. My grandparents are throwing my sister and my future brother-in-law an engagement party. So you know, I thought, why don't we do something extra, which is showing you my home. Welcome to Si Fengyuan. Si means west, which is the direction of the main door of our ancestors' home, and Feng is the middle name of my grandpa, and Yuan basically means mansion. So the entire house sits on approximately 6,000 square feet of land and is 2.5 stories high. But each level is built in different years. It kind of symbolizes how my family have grown and also progressed over the years. The first level was built in 1994, completely from scratch. My grandparents literally started from nothing, just like the idiom, 白手起家. Our home tour will also be based on this level because there is more historical value. The second floor was added in 2001, costing about 50,000 Singapore dollars at the point of time. Here we are in the front yard. This corner over here belongs to my grandpa. He loves planting. You see these flowers over here? This he actually planted this for my sister's engagement party. So sweet, right? The vegetables we eat daily comes from here as well. We were literally living the farm to table concept before it became a trend. I used to spend a lot of time in the front yard when I was a kid, but these days my favorite activity during the winter is to take those chairs over there and then sit over here and then soak in the sun, you know. There's also a well over here. Usually we have it covered for safety reasons. Grandma used to draw water from here and then wash clothes over here, but these days she just let the washing machine do the job. Usually in the morning, I love to brush my teeth over here because it just makes me feel like I'm back with nature, if that actually makes sense. The exterior of the house is made up of mainly stones and bricks. What you see over here is actually handcrafted. The entire place runs on an oriental theme. I mean, obviously, right? Alright, let's head into the living room. Here we go. I guess the first thing you will spot is probably this tea set over here. It is super common for all the households to have a tea set like that because Anxi is very famous for producing the Tie Guanyin tea. The people here honestly drink more tea than water. And if you look at the choice of the furnitures over here, right, these are all wooden furnitures. They can last for a super duper long time. We put the cushions on during winter, but in summer we actually remove it because it's extremely cooling to be sitting on bare wood. And I guess the last thing is perhaps these wooden doors over here. It's actually pretty old school, as you can hear. If you want to close it, you actually got to intercept, you know, the blocks. The flooring here looks more modern than the rest of the house. We had to change it in recent years because the original tiles were in really bad shape and we didn't want our grandparents to slip and fall. Now on this level, there's 5 rooms, right? But I'm only going to show you the ones with historical value. Okay, first up, my grandpa's room. But before we head in, I just want to show you guys this mosquito mesh over here because the sand flies, right, and mosquito situation can get really bad during the summer. Alright, here we are. Fun fact about my grandpa, he used to be a teacher and also the principal in the village school. I recall during my primary school days, right, or even secondary school days, during the school holidays, I always get sent back here just so I can attend the school. I really hated it so much back then, but right now looking back, I'm actually super grateful because those were the days where my foundation in Chinese was actually built. These days, right, I actually am not so fluent in Chinese anymore, but the foundation is still there. This is my grandpa. This room reflects some of my grandpa's interests as well, such as calligraphy. You can see over here, over there, and behind. And this furniture has also been around for the longest time. Now let's check out Grandma's room. So actually for the longest time, Grandpa and Grandma have got separate rooms. Reason being, Grandma is scared of the cold and Grandpa is scared of the heat. So for the longevity of their marriage, they actually slept in separate rooms for the many years, and I guess it worked for them. In modern days, we call it sleep divorce. But anyway, we have actually caught Grandma sneaking into Grandpa's room a couple of times in the middle of the night for a cuddle. The furnitures here are as old as those in my grandpa's room, and this bed over here, I used to sleep here when I was much younger. Now I'm going to show you the bathroom, and I know many of you have heard horror stories of the toilets in China. I have my fair share of experience as well, but ever since President Xi launched this Toilet Revolution campaign in 2015, the situation actually improved by a lot. Back in the days, the water pressure in the village is so bad that whenever I want to take a shower, I have to fill out a pail of water first, and if I want hot water, Grandma have got to boil it first. We do also get like occasional blackouts, but these days the toilets are way more luxurious. Like we have got the heater light in the bathroom. Let me show you over here. It's so shook, right? And it's also quite common to have bins like that in the toilet because we cannot even flush normal toilet rolls in the toilet bowl because of sewage issue. It's a village thing. Next will be the kitchen, a place that you seldom see me in. Everything here is pretty old school, as you can see. The cooking here usually takes place, or rather used to take place outside instead of inside. So have a look. The kitchen links you to the backyard, and this backyard is only built in recent years. We now have our daily meal over here because the rest of the dining area in this house is too small to accommodate our growing family. And in case you guys are wondering what's behind this wall, it's actually our neighbors. There's nothing such as boundary wall over here. I'm going to show you a place that I have never ever stepped foot in before in this house, and that is where the duck lives. And beside this is actually what the duck eats. So I think my videographer don't mind to have a look inside, so I will just let him have the tour himself. We are now on the second floor, and this floor have got a living room as well as 5 bedrooms. Frankly, we only utilize this level whenever we are back here in China, but Grandma upkeeps the entire place extremely well. Mind you, we don't even have a helper, okay? And look at these furniture, they are at least 10 years old but as good as new. I'm now standing on the rooftop of my house, which means this home tour is coming to an end. But before I end it off here, I just want to show you the endless plots of land and farms behind me. Most people here are farmers by birth, and every time when I'm back, I just feel the need to stay grounded because my grandparents and parents came from such humble beginnings. This is my beloved grandparents, and we will see you in the next episode of Ask Joy. Bye!